Welcome to the Schmozone Quickies. I'm Dave Schmolson, aka the Schmo. My co-host is
Helene Sports.
And our guest today needs absolutely no introduction. He's the future UFC Hall of Famer, the number 4th ranked UFC bantamweight in the world, Frankie "The Answer" Edgar. Thanks for joining us today, Frankie.
Thanks for having me on, guys. How you guys doing tonight?
We're doing great.
We're doing great. I mean, appreciate you coming on. We haven't heard from you since you had the victory over Pedro a few months ago, making your UFC bantamweight debut. Ma'am, what's been the recovery like, and how have you been since that time?
Yeah, things are good. It's been quite a while since the fight, so I'm pretty much full training mode, getting ready for this fight on February 6th, and excited to get back in there.
Now, kind of looking at Cory Sandhagen, your upcoming opponent, is there anything that you've seen, kind of in his style that makes you think, you know what, I can definitely exploit this part of him?
I mean, he's a young fighter, so he's kind of evolving, as he goes along. So, he's always going to be a different fighter when he's in there, I imagine. But, some things I think I do well that I could do well against anybody are the things that I'm going to be looking, in this fight. He's a long-rangey guy, orthodox striker. So, it's going to be an interesting battle.
UFC Fight Night 184, February 6th. Do you think with a victory over Cory Sandhagen, this is a title eliminator? You'd be fighting for the title after this?
Yeah, I do. Went in there, beat Petr Munoz, who was, top guy in this weight class for a while. Cory just beat Marlon Moraes, and, he's had a pretty good resume himself. So, it definitely makes sense the winner fights for the title next.
Now, looking at the bantamweight division, it's very exciting, and it's getting kind of more exciting with the return of TJ Dillashaw. What do you think about his return?
Yeah, I mean, it's another good guy in the mix. I don't know where he's gonna end up, who he's gonna match up with. I know he's calling for a title, but I think we'll have to see what happens. There's a lot of guys in the mix right now, and bantamweight's a hot division, and add TJ in the mix, it just makes it even deeper.
Do you think with the the allegations and everything of him testing positive for EPO, do you think he's deserving to be right back in the mix, even though he, recently fought for the title? Or do you think he has to earn his way back there because of what he was caught with?
Yeah, I think he's got to go in there and win, that's for sure. Does he deserve a title shot right away? No, I don't think so. There's still some unknowns. You don't know how he's going to react when he's not able to take steroids, and who knows how long he's been taking steroids and whatnot. I'm not one to point figures and say this and that. If he goes in there and wins a fight, then he's in the mix.
Well, who do you think makes sense for him to come back and fight against?
That guy Rob Font just went in, looked really good against Marlon. Came back from a pretty one-sided round and was able to put Marlon away. Marlon's a great friend of mine, and I think one of the best bantamweights in the world. So yeah, that could be a good matchup. Him versus Rob Font.
I know this is later on in your career, and you recently made the jump to bantamweight. Do you kind of wish you might have made this bantamweight jump sooner in your career? Or do you think you went to bantamweight at the right time? Now looking back at it.
Yeah, I like the story of my career. A little bit at 55, a little bit at 45, and now we're making a run here at 35. So, the way things have gone, I really can't complain. My career has been pretty good. I'm enjoying the process. Let's say that.
And looking at your career, you've accomplished so much since your pro debut back in 2005. What do you credit to your longevity in this sport?
Yeah, it's just the consistency. I'm constantly trying to get better, trying to evolve. Being at top this long is not something easy to do. And, if you stay stagnant, you'll get passed by. The sport will evolve around you. So luckily I've been fortunate enough to stay, focused and always trying to be the best. And that's definitely made me evolve with the sport.
And what's interesting about you too is normally guys, when they're changing weight classes as they get older, they're bumping up in weight. You're doing the reverse. You're coming down in weight. How have you evolved with this weight cutting process and getting your body right? What's been the secret to your success in that department?
Just discipline. I start out early, 8 weeks out. I'm eating the right stuff, cutting out any of the bad stuff. The UFC PI, Clint Wattenberg, has helped me out tremendously, through my last weight cut and currently this one. And it's been rather easy. I'm a pretty disciplined person. And, as long as I stay on top of my my weight cut, it's rather easy.
Your former UFC lightweight champion, there's a big lightweight fight and rematch coming up between Conor and Dustin. Just curious to get your thoughts on how you see that fight playing out.
Yeah, I think it's a totally different fight than the first time. I think Dustin has improved so much, physically, mentally, matured so much, and Conor as well. He's been a two-time champion since then. So yeah, that's definitely a big marquee fight, and I'm excited to see it. Dustin's a buddy of mine. Kind of, we trained in the past a long time ago, and I like to see him in there and do well. But it's gonna be a good fight for the fans.
Do you think the results from the first time that they fought, do you think that kind of mental thoughts play a part in this fight whatsoever, or we're seeing a completely different Dustin Poirier?
Oh, it's definitely in there. You can't forget something like that. It's all on how Dustin's gonna react to it, and is he gonna let it bother him, or is it gonna motivate him? Everyone deals with it in a different way. I do think Dustin seems like he's much more matured as a fighter, and hopefully he'll be able to contain all that stuff.
Another division really well is the featherweight division. There's a huge fight to kick things off for 2021 in the UFC. You have Max Holloway, Calvin Kattar. How do you see that fight playing out?
Yeah, that's a great fight. Obviously, Holloway has been, top dog in this weight class for a while. That last fight with Volkanovski could have went his way as well. So, I think it's a perfect fight to showcase UFC on ABC for the first time. Those two guys going at it. Calvin is a long rangey guy. Got really crisp boxing, crisp striking on his feet, and Max, he's a dog. So we're gonna see. That's a great fight to introduce to masses.
It's on ABC also.
Oh yeah,
it's a great fight
to kick off 2021.
Oh yeah.
And I'm looking at the bantamweight division, your division, like you mentioned. With the win over Cory, could throw you in that title shot. So looking at that title picture between Aljamain and Petr, how do you see that fight playing out?
Yeah, that's another good fight. Petr Yan has shown really good boxing, great takedown defense, good cardio. And Aljamain he's improved a lot, throughout the years. Obviously a big win over Cory Sandhagen, and he's unorthodox striking, and he's very, very good top game. I think it's going to be, if Aljo can get him to the mat, I think the fight will go his way. But I think if Yan can keep him standing, it'll probably go Yan's way.
And jumping back to the lightweight division, you have a victory over Charles do Bronx Oliveira. That guy's on a tear. He's on a winning streak. A lot of people, we had Misha Tate on our podcast recently. She thinks he's someone who could be holding the gold strap at the end of 2021. When you look at Charles Oliveira now versus when you fought him, where do you think's been his biggest improvements in his game?
Yeah, that was like 6 years ago. So he's just improved, became an older fighter. That was at 45. He grew into 55. He's probably one of the bigger 55s out there right now. And he's a confident guy. He had very good jiu-jitsu back then. Now his striking kind of caught up to speed, and he's a complete package.
You're a legend of the sport, future Hall of Famer. Just curious to get your thoughts on the evolution of MMA, and if there are any changes, whether it's, with the scoring system or anything that you'd like to see.
Well, I think the evolution is amazing now. It's, back in the day, early on UFC, top 5 guys were really solid. Now you got top 15, top 20 guys in every weight class. They're good. There's no easy fights in the UFC for anybody anymore. And, the athleticism and the skill set from guys are just getting better and better. And yeah, the judging could always be something that we can improve on. I don't know what the way it would be to do that. I think the longer the sport goes on, the more we get former guys that either competed or trained within mixed martial arts ending up as judges. I think will definitely portray better scores in the future.
How many pies of Mark Henry's pizza do you consume outside of training camp versus inside of training camp?
Like once a week outside of training camp, at least,
What toppings?
So I like his upside down pie. That's like the cheese on the bottom and the sauce on the top. Yeah.
Has Dave Portnoy and Barstool Sports, have they done their pizza reviews yet?
No,
of the place?
has not. He's missing out.
How have they not done a pizza review there yet? You're right over there in New Jersey. That doesn't make any sense.
I know. I don't know if Mark wants him to go. You don't want to get a bad review here, but his place is the best. No bullshit.
I wouldn't think it would.
And how did you celebrate the holidays with your family?
Just at home, just at home. We have, I got 3 kids, so plenty of people in the house. My parents and in-laws came over, but yeah, we're just homebodies and spend time with close family.
That's the best way to do it.
For sure.
All right, just a couple of quick last questions. Frankie, I mean, what do you have left to do? I know you want that bantamweight strap, and you're looking good. Is there anything specifically that you want to accomplish in your MMA Hall of Fame career before it's all said and done, outside of holding a gold strap in the bantamweight division?
Yeah, just keep grinding away, keep fighting the best guys I can. As long as I'm fighting the best, compete with the best, then I'm on the right path, and that path obviously will lead me to the title.
I appreciate that. And then final thoughts for the Frankie Edgar fans out there worldwide.
Yeah, thanks for the support throughout the years. I can't wait to put the show on for you guys on February 6th.
We appreciate you coming on the Schmozone Quickies part of the podcast.
We're looking forward to your fight.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Tune in UFC Fight Night 184, February 6th against Cory Sandhagen. Frankie Edgar. Appreciate you.
Let's go. Take care, guys.
Take care.